for joining my Instagram Live Saturday. My name is Makita Waterman, and today I wanted to talk to you about the new Instagram changes. If you're not aware and you're not in the marketing industry, every 3 months, or I'd say year or so, the CEO of one of the CEOs, or one of the executives, shall I say, of Facebook comes out, or of Instagram, and talks about new changes. A lot of the times these changes are not widely shared, and a lot of the marketing agencies and marketers like myself, we either share this information or we don't. But because I am always in a giving mood, I wanted to talk to you today about Instagram 2021 strategies to help you grow your account or build existing relationships with existing followers that may have not been interacting with you before this year or in some time. So the first announcement that surprisingly came out was Instagram is now saying that we need no more than 3 hashtags in our posts. Back in the day, a lot of people knew, hey Mark, thanks for joining, that Instagram, we required about 30 hashtags in our posts, but actually Instagram is now saying we only need 3 hashtags. And these hashtags have to be, of course, ones that your potential customers or audience is using. So if you are following some interesting people that would potentially buy from you, I really would recommend that you check out and see which hashtags they're actually using in their posts and start using those. So instead of 30, I would bring it down to about 3 or 5. I just started using this strategy. If an executive from Instagram gives a report, and they usually go live, and I unfortunately cannot go and attend these online lives, but this is the feedback that we're getting, 3 to 5 hashtags. Other things that you want to do is you want to take inspiration from bigger accounts in your industry or people that you admire. And when I say that, I'm not a big fan of photocopying ideas, but if you're on TikTok, for example, and somebody's doing a fashion challenge and people are wearing different outfits, you don't have to wear a Gen Z outfit or a cosplay outfit. Apply it to your industry. So if you're a teacher or a coach, what outfits do you wear on Friday online or in class when you're teaching your students? Or if you do weekend or night classes, what outfits do you wear? So that's basically finding something popular on an app like Instagram, for example, going into your reels, checking out to see which sounds and which things that repetitively keep coming up, and apply that to yourself. So there's no copying here, because if, I don't know, if an actor is doing some kind of an acting challenge, could you apply an acting challenge within what you're doing that your audience is going to love? And when you are finding inspiration from bigger accounts or big companies that do exactly what you do, they do it too. We all kind of heard of the typical story of the intern at Puma, for example, who put out a shoe line. They did a PowerPoint presentation, and then a couple of seasons later, Puma literally recycled that same design, and now the student is out of luck because they didn't patent it or trademark it or whatever they were supposed to do. So brands and companies and influencers are finding ideas from other people every day. The issue is the copying, or not DCing, or actually tagging the creator and providing them with the credit and recognition if you are going to copy it. There's also nothing wrong with doing that, but everybody likes a little bit of genuine flavor here and there. 1 Reels per day is actually quite helpful. Right now, what I'm noticing and what I'm doing too is trying to change my scenes in every video, which seems to be eye-catching and entertaining and fun. And it's the first thing that people see when they're on the Explore page. If they see a Reels video and you're changing a different outfits, or you are in different areas of your home, or maybe you're outside. 1 minute you're on the mountain, next minute you're by the ocean, and the next minute you're in a cornfield. I mean, I'm gonna click on that video and watch. So if you can do 1 Reels video per day, even if you're doing a tutorial, try to change the direction of your camera on your laptop, or if you can screen record what you're doing on your phone, and create a tutorial style video or an acting style video that will get people interested and excited to see what it is that you're sharing. So I know Mark's on the line. I know you're into education and careers. There's so many things that you can do. There's so many problems that people are facing right now. Job losses, or even companies are having issues with getting talent to want to not come into the office. People are not going back to the office. It's actually a pandemic, so to say, or something that's just consistently happening. So if that's a problem in your industry, how can you provide a tutorial to target people that are trying to find their way back into the workforce, or maybe they quit their job and they don't want to go back to being in hospitality. Maybe they want to get into tech. So how can they go about doing that? What tutorial can you screen record on your phone and put in a video? Or what kind of skit can you do, changing personalities? Maybe have your friend or your partner or your neighbor or somebody who's up for the challenge to join you in these skits. There's almost so much you can do. Unfiltered videos seem to be very well. I do see a lot of captions and bright colors and things like this, but some of the biggest and the smallest creators are really getting back to the grassroots feeling. And I think that's why TikTok is so popular, is because you can literally be in your pajamas and do a video. You can be a professor at a big university and do a video, and you're wearing a tank top or you're wearing a t-shirt, and you don't have to be professional. So if you want to use video editing apps and really spice up your content, that's completely fine. But if there's any way that you can just be unfiltered and show those behind the scene moments, even if you think it's boring, put a music on there. Studies show in marketing that brands that use music actually do well with converting their audience into customers or followers, or inspiring people to share that piece of content, especially if it's a top 40 song from your favorite artist or someone that you admire, or you're actually buying copyright music and you put it on that video. That always helps a lot. If you think your life is boring, add a song, and that will definitely in the background while you're narrating it, or just add a song and put text if you don't want to talk. It's definitely very helpful. Now, other than the 1 Reels per day, 3 to 5 hashtags on Instagram, and taking inspiration from popular accounts or big companies that do exactly what you do, you also want to try doing influencer marketing. And I know that comes up a lot. I've had a couple of accounts that I've done podcasts with within the past 2 years, shall I say, who they didn't necessarily always have a bigger following, but they would take pieces of our conversation in a live stream or in a podcast, and they would tag me. And as a result, I started noticing an influx of followers, other than the organic reach and the hashtag or paid ads that most companies will do these days. So if there's somebody that does what you do and you have a pretty good collaboration, you've done collaboration before, or you have a pretty good online relationship or in-person relationship, reach out to them and, of course, say it in a way that you want to collaborate and see if you can align your forces and your knowledge and your talent and your skills. And that way you can actually create content that their audience is going to want to be obsessed with, and they want to learn more. Reaching bigger accounts or micro accounts with less than 1,000 followers can also be of great help to you too, and vice versa. But of course, as you know, just like any kind of networking experience, you always want to bring something to the table, bring some nuggets, some free information that you might even charge somebody for. And that can create a really compelling conversation or a live stream that can grab the attention of potential customers, potential followers, other people that want to collaborate with you, so on and so forth. But just from some of the accounts that I've been following during the pandemic, I've seen accounts literally only share videos. As much as I would like to do that, I still like the carousel design. I still think that there are people out there that like carousels, but I have seen people that started last year on Instagram and now have over 10,000 followers, and their videos are not picturesque at all. They're just in their backyard talking. They don't do subtitles. They do not do captions. They don't do all this fancy editing like you see in some of the big celebrities or big influencers. So people, last but not least, people are not necessarily looking for perfection. They just want to see, are you an expert? Are you compassionate? Are you genuine? Do you know what you're talking about? Why are you showing up? share a little bit of your bio, your branding, your story, incorporate that with the educational or the entertaining content that you're sharing right now. And that is the 2021 Instagram strategy. Every few months when I see one of the executives go live, I follow a lot of different kind of niche down Instagram only creators on YouTube. And anytime an executive comes out, I always make sure I come out with the news. I was completely shocked that we're going from 30 hashtags and now they're telling us only 3. I do 5 just in case, but that's a big one that I was super surprised at. But it's less consuming for you to research it or you to use these hashtag apps to do the research, and it makes it easier. Now that's for organic outreach for people that aren't following you, but just the basics, this is just off the top of my head, for your existing audience is just keep delivering what they want. I personally, what I do is I check my insights. I look at the last 7 to 30 posts and I look at reach, and I sometimes look at comments, which is good, but I don't always gauge. But I look at reach and see what got more reach, which topics got more reach, and I have a tendency to keep recycling. On TikTok, I am taking a lot of my videos there and putting them on Reels, and I myself do a search for marketing, social media, branding, and I look for the most recent, highest videos to look for topics. I do not copy other people. I don't think there's anything interesting about that, but I will screenshot a video that did well in my niche and I will put my flavor in it. I'll put my findings, things that work for me and my clients in it. And this is why I'm having a full array of different videos these days, because I don't want to keep doing the same thing. I do want to reach more people on the Explore page, but I also realize that I have a pretty loyal existing following here on Instagram. So I also want them to be fully aware of what I'm up to and tips and advice and so on and so forth. So thank you so much, Mark, and anyone else. No copying. Exactly. I mean, the reality is this pandemic, it really is giving everybody an opportunity to shine. Back in the day, a lot of people complained about Instagram. Oh, only the influencers and the models and the celebrities do well, which is true. But this pandemic really pushed everybody online, and everybody wanted to see themselves in a creator, which is why you can go on TikTok and you can see all kinds of people creating content, people that cannot dance, get hundreds of thousands, if not millions of followers. And I'm scratching my head like, how does this work again? This person clearly doesn't have any skills, but there are people who don't have dancing skills and they want to see themselves in your content. So try not to get caught up in the finesse of the charismatic content. Mark said, be willing to create despite the white noise. Exactly. And that's a great point, Mark, is just creating our own trends without trying. And I'm sure you've seen it for your content and yourself. I've seen it many times where I put out a piece of content and then I see a couple of other people do the same thing. They put their spin on it. And I don't take offense to that at all. But you know when you're doing well, when people are sharing, they're bookmarking, they're having conversations, they might see you out and about and they stop you and they said, you know, I really like your content. And it's just really also, other than the technology insights, it's just looking at your comments and looking at your DMs, and when you put out a story, how are people reacting? Are they putting emojis? Are they telling you, I really liked that? And just really becoming a scientist of your audience and understanding them fully and keep giving them what they want, but test new topics too. I'm constantly challenging myself. A lot of the content that you see from me here on Instagram, it kind of comes at the top of my head. I don't necessarily like to pander to the videos that I know will do well. When I check my reels, I do see some videos that hit the thousands, and as much as I can get on that high and just keep creating those kind of videos, sometimes I just don't want to pander. Sometimes I just want to kind of step outside of the mold and try something different that may not even get reach, and I know it won't. But a couple of hundred people are going to listen to that or watch it and feel inspired and make changes, and that will add value to their life, which is really the most important thing any content creator can do, whether they're doing this for personal business reasons or just for a hobby. So I hope these Instagram 2021 tips and advice help. If the executives go back live again and I get a little update on my notifications on YouTube, I will be doing another one. I try not to talk too much about Instagram because it's not really the biggest app right now. Really, it is TikTok. They have 1 billion active users, which is super surprising because I think it took Instagram a while to get to that reach, but video marketing is the way to go. It truly is much more powerful than anything that we can put out there. But at the same time, we still have people that like to read blogs and like online guides. So to all the writers and the people who are passionate about content that are on the live or are going to watch this soon, just keep testing and keep giving people what they want. But what they want is quickly changing. The world is quickly changing. And as a result, people's wants and needs and concerns and are quickly changing too. So I constantly have to keep stepping outside of my comfort zone and trying new things. And as much as it can feel uncomfortable in the moment, if you have your team doing your marketing, tell them to get ready because 2022, I think it's going to be stellar. It's going to be way better than it is now. But I'll just do a little recap before I leave. Instagram marketing tips 2021. Number one, follow popular accounts. Check to see which videos or topics that are going viral or trending for them. Put your spin on it. If you do not go viral, if you do not trend, there's nothing wrong with that. People, if you're changing around your content, people usually need to mentally see it a little bit more before you can get some reach. Instead of using 30 hashtags per post, try to hone it down to 3 to 5. And this is, again, coming from Instagram, not myself. At least 1 reels per day. Keep it educational. Keep it inspirational. Have business-related stuff or, helpful stuff versus some personal stuff mixed in. Provide some feedback, check the news, do some news stories, and just give your opinion on how people can improve and put in different scenes because when people are on the Explore page, when they see a video reels and all of a sudden there are different scenes and different transitions, it's really eye-catching and it catches them to click on your video and watch, which results in more views and more reach. Show your lifestyle. And last but not least, influencer marketing, whether you have to pay an influencer who has a bigger or more engaged audience, don't be afraid to do it. Or co-market or co-align with somebody who's very similar but has a different audience. Maybe you want to reach a new audience and do a podcast with them, go live with them, do a webinar. And again, always test, always give people something new, something fresh. People's mindsets are a little swayed right now. Some people are very afraid. They don't know what 2022 is going to look like. So that personal inspiration of how you became successful, what you're doing to stay focused. Are you drinking kombucha juices? Are you meditating? Are you doing yoga? And also showing your audience that you fail. You fail, and it's not just about the failure. It's about what you're doing now to not continue to make the same mistakes over and over again. That human element of branding goes a long way. People will laugh with you, they will cry with you, they will smile with you, they will feel bad for your story. So if you are afraid of being vulnerable online, it's actually the greatest asset that you have. And it's actually the thing that will make you stand out from everybody else that does what you do. Mark said, even it's a couple of years. Hey, so that's it. I am open for questions on Instagram 2021 marketing. Any issues that you're having, feel free to leave them below. If you have another app that you really, really love that you want to kind of have a conversation about in this chat, feel free to let me know. But also another Instagram update is they are now going to be soon in the US. I think it's launched, but they're going to be phasing out IGTV and they're going to have a new video section on Instagram. And the way it's going to look based on the pilot that they're testing right now with bigger influencers is you will be able to upload videos on Instagram, not on IGTV, but on Instagram. And it will actually be a big view. So when people click on it, it'll kind of look like TikTok where they will click on it and it'll be the full screen of your phone. So get ready for that. I almost forgot about that, but they're going to phase out IGTV. I don't know if you noticed, but you might see 0 views on your IGTV. I'm not sure. I know, Mark, you're in the US, and I think you're here in Canada. I believe you're in Edmonton, but they're going to phase out IGTV, and they're going to start kind of trying to be a TikTok. They're going to hold on to Reels, but this is an opportunity for you to share some of your live stream points or your videos of your Christmas dinners and things like that that people will appreciate. So I'll stay on the line for another 5 or 10 minutes and answer any questions that you have. I don't spend as much time on Instagram as I used to around this time last year, because my time has been focusing mainly in 3 places, 4. Facebook business groups. I've been spending a lot of time on TikTok. I spend a little bit more time on LinkedIn and YouTube Shorts. Those are kind of like the online neighborhoods I've been focusing on. I do like Instagram. It's a great way to get easy customers and really nurture relationships with friends, families, members, colleagues, and potential customers, or just people that really love your content. But I don't spend too much on this app because there are other apps that are grabbing my attention that have much more organic, non-paid reach. LinkedIn for me, yeah, exactly. I always see your content on the timeline, Mark, and what you do is actually perfect for LinkedIn. I was talking to a potential customer the other week, and one of them was complaining, and they were saying, I don't really like the way people are treating LinkedIn. It looks like Facebook. And the thing that we as human beings have to realize is we cannot get attached by the style of where these apps are going, because LinkedIn was just a professional app where people went to network or to apply for jobs. But yes, people are treating LinkedIn like Facebook, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's just the world changed. More people were using LinkedIn last year when they were afraid to lose their job, and they were networking more. And as a result of spending more time because they were worried about their career or worried about more customers, they started treating it like Facebook. It's a pseudo workplace. Exactly. It is a pseudo workplace. The people who have something to say, they're creating content, just like you, Mark. The people that just want to kind of put their head into the app and read and watch, they're just watching and liking. The people that are there for business, they're in the DMs. And the people that are there just to educate, they're going live. I wish that they didn't phase out, it's a co-working space. I absolutely agree. I know they took away LinkedIn stories. For me, I think they took it away just last week. I was actually getting really excited about taking some of my TikTok videos and my IG stories and putting it on the app. But again, we cannot control what Mark Zuckerberg or the CEO of Microsoft says about which direction LinkedIn goes in. We as entrepreneurs and content creators, we have to just simply go in that direction and embrace the new changes. And that's where I come in with information. So I don't see any questions, but Mark and anybody else who is or is not on the line, anyone who's going to watch this, thank you so much for showing up. Thank you for sending me DMs. Thank you for the questions and the feedback. And even if you're silent, that's okay too. I'll continue to share my Reels video once a day. I am going to just stay quiet on weekends and just share 1 post a day, because I spend my first part of the Saturday morning creating TikTok videos so that I could share it on YouTube Shorts. And for everyone else on the line, I know we were talking about Instagram, but YouTube Shorts is blowing up. I've been using that feature for about a good 2 or 3 weeks, and it's a slow progression. I'll put out a video, I'll see a couple of views, and then 3 or 4 days later, it'll start hitting, not all of them, but most of the ones I share will start going in the hundreds, or 1, 2, maybe 3,000 views. So if you have Instagram Reels videos, or if you have TikTok videos, don't be shy. Start using the YouTube Shorts. I am also noticing that as a result of doing that, I've been getting a small but better than not reach of people subscribing to my YouTube channel. So I'm going to continue to use Shorts, test it out, keep having fun, keep sharing some of the TikTok and Reels videos, and see if it will actually help me with my YouTube subscriber in no way am I a YouTube expert, but it's a new feature. These are short videos, very similar to TikTok, very similar to Reels. So if you're already using them, why not repurpose that content and see how far YouTube Shorts could get you? Even though Instagram and Facebook, they're two of the same, it's slow, but it's interesting. Yeah, it's very, very slow. I'm not sure if this is going to be like the new way that new content creators can kind of find their way with getting more subscribers on YouTube. But if there's ever a new feature that comes out on one of your favorite apps, start using the feature, because that's usually how these apps work. They'll put out a new feature. Whoever starts using it immediately will start to see some action if the content is worthwhile. And yeah, don't be afraid. I tried it earlier this summer, consistency. Yeah, it's all about consistency. And the beautiful thing I like about YouTube right now with Shorts, we appreciate you. Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you too for showing up today. The beautiful thing I like about YouTube with Shorts is they are pushing out the content. I did kind of edit some of the old videos I posted, and you can put a location, you can put hashtags, and you can put alt text in the back of these videos. I don't do that. Maybe I should, but I just kind of want to see how this YouTube Shorts things go and see if it provides any traction. I'll continue to show up with advice that's working for me, advice that's working for customers, but I really do hope the feedback I shared was helpful. I'm going to go eat lunch now and try to get under the sun for a bit, but thank you so much for joining. I hope the content I'm sharing has been giving you some ideas. I know these apps can be difficult because if you're not in the marketing space, you may have not known that Instagram is now advising people to just do 3 hashtags versus the 30 or the 12 that you're doing now. But any type of tips and advice that I get, because I do research for my business and for other customers, I will be sharing it on live streams. So thanks so much, Mark and Yardi Landscaping. Hope that both of you have a safe weekend. And if I don't see you or hear from you for the rest of the year, stay safe and have fun. And I'll definitely try to go live next Friday or at least next Saturday. Thanks so much, guys. Take care. Bye.